Hey guys, my name is Wits. In order for you to acquire Choir of One in the Edge of Fate, it is totally different from before Edge of Fate. So I've heard a lot of stories how to get it, that it's RNG, it is this and it is that. I had to experiment for myself so I can show you guys how to get it for yourself in the Edge of Fate. Now, a lot of people say it's RNG, but I have to tell you, if it is RNG, then either RNG is non-existent or my RNG sucks. I completed this mission many times on all the difficulties. Adventure, expert, and all the way to master solo, and I never got the weapon. The way you get the weapon is by your rank. If you look at right here, I got C+ in this clip. There is no exotic. And I got another C+, there is no exotic. Then I have a B, and there is no exotic. But when I got the A rank, then I got the exotic and one of the catalysts. So your answer is, if you want to get this exotic in the Edge of Fate, you need to get to A rank. The A rank is what is going to get you the exotic as far as my experiment with this mission. So, other things that you need to consider. At the lower level, it is going to be easier for you to get the A rank. Well, once you start getting into the level 200, then you are going to have a harder time to get the A rank. And then when you get to master difficulty, it's going to be even harder for you to get the A rank. So I would highly suggest that you start doing the mission when you are at the lower level. That is going to be better for you that way. Otherwise, it is going to be very difficult. Solo, simply because in order for you to get the A rank, you got to put a lot of modifiers that are not going to be too beneficial for you. And plus, you have to deal with all the champions and tormentors. So it is a mess. So if you want to get this, you have to get the A rank as far as my experiment. Now, today I am going to show you how to learn this mission and do it solo. That way you can solo this mission and get the exotic for yourself. And if you decide to go in a group, at least you will know what's going on with the mission and you are not holding your teammates back. So let's get to it. So first thing first, let's set up our mission. So if we go to the portal, and then we go to Pinnacle, and then we're looking for Encore. Now, I am at the 300 level, so it is going to put me at master difficulty automatically. So we are going to change this. I'm going to make this as low as possible. So let's go to Advanced. I'm going to make sure there is no stupid modifier and make it easy so I can do it as fast as possible. So right now the Solstice is going on, so I'm just going to take those off. That way, if you're watching this in the future, then it is not confusing. So I'm just trying to make sure that I take off all this stupid modifier and so we can make it easier. So I am going to launch the mission on the lower difficulty, and let's take it from there. So the first part is learning the route. So I'm not going to worry about the time because we're not doing this for time or for loot or for the exotic. It's just for the tutorial. So I'm just going to go this route right here. So there are other routes that you can take. I know there are some shortcuts, but I'm just going to go this way. So you can follow this way or you can follow another way. So this is the way that I have been doing it. So I don't promise a perfect run in this tutorial, so there might be some deaths, so the mistake can be made. So just remember that. Just make sure not to get hit by this thing. So just time your jump. And then this one can be a little tricky, so I'm gonna go down there and then I'm just gonna make sure that I don't get hit by this thing, because this thing can be dangerous. And here you're gonna hug the wall. Don't fall. And then once you get to about here, if you turn around, you can see this crack right here, and you just go down there. Now I'm not doing this with any modifier that's gonna hinder our progress, so it is very easy. Now when I come here, I always try to make sure that I clear these things. Again, this is in a lower difficulty, so it's not gonna be a problem because this is for the tutorial. But when you are doing this on master difficulty, you have to deal with champions, and these enemies right here are very hard, and they can kill you. So and especially if your loadout is locked, then yeah. So it's trying to get on this thing. And then here also, whenever I get here, before I get on the platform, I always make sure that I kill those enemies. So just make this a habit. That way you don't die. And especially if you try to make it for time, then those things don't kill you. Like I said, in the higher difficulty, these enemies are very, very deadly. Don't get hit by things, and they can push you off, boot you up. Yeah. Now this enemy right here, always ignore this enemy. Now here you are trying to make sure that you get rid of these enemies. Again, always get rid of these enemies. But if you want to rush, you can just go and try to rush past them if you want. But I always try to make sure that I get rid of them because they can be very dangerous to your run. And here trying to get on this thing as soon as you get there. And there's another one. Yeah. And now once you get here, drop down, and you are looking for the purple room in this area. So sometimes I always go too far. I know it's behind me, but you can come right here, then you can see that you need to turn around. So just turn around and go to the purple room, and you should be good to go. Now, this is where you're going to start seeing enemies, and this is where you're going to start learning things. So once you get there, so I'm just going to switch my loadout real quick. And then, so that was my jumping puzzle loadout I was using in the beginning. So now we are in combat loadout. That way we can get rid of these enemies as fast as possible. So it's low level, so this is not going to be hard. Just so I can show you guys how to complete this thing solo. Yeah, in the higher difficulty, there will be a champion right here. So again, if you're doing this on the master difficulty, just bring your champion weapon. That way you can deal with them easy, and make sure you bring your best build. So I'm not going to talk about build in this video, so you can use whatever you want. So whatever build that works for you, that's what you need to use. All right, here's where we're going to talk about mechanics. So when you come to this room right here, and there are 3 Vex things that you have to interact with. And the thing is, it's going to be those symbols thing right here. The one that is pointing down, like it's the arrows going down, that means you have to put something in there. And the one that is pointing up, this is the one that you got to pick up and you got to drive it somewhere. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to pick this thing up. And then we are going to put it right here. And that's going to create a platform for us. And on the platform, they have this Vex thing that you have to access. We access it. And our goal is to try to open this door right here. And then we're going to take this back. So we're going to retrieve the Vex module. It's a connection. And you know you have the connection. If you look on your screen, it shows you the connection that you have. So that was the first one. So we're going to go to the second one. The second one is on your left. Now the third one is on the bottom. So we're going to do this way. So we're going to install this. We're going to create a platform for us. And then another Vex thing is going to open. So we're going to access it. So that's the second symbol. And we're going to take our connection back. So it's a matter of drop it and pick it back up. All right, now we're going to go to the third one. The third one is very tricky, especially in the high difficulty. There are some enemies down there, so you don't want to drop down there. Now, I can drop down there, but I'm just going to kill them. Just make it a habit to kill the enemies before you go down there. Now, in the group settings, people will rush to this. And so if you are doing this in a group, it is best to let one person do the symbols. That way, nobody's getting confused or picking up the wrong thing and stuff like that. So, but if you solo, everything is on you. So you got to take care of everything yourself. So I'm getting rid of these enemies so we can go get that symbol over there. All right, so we're going to drop the symbol here. It's going to open the platform for us. And then we're going to go in there. In there, there are enemies in here. And then what you need is to kill that big Vex. In any of the encounters where you see a big Vex, you got to kill them so they can drop a different symbol. So as you can see, the symbol that the Vex just dropped, or the Minotaur Vex just dropped, is different from the other ones that we were using. So we are going to pick this one up. As you can see, it's called Partition. So we're going to retrieve this one. And then we are going to put it right here. Now that you put it right here, so you still need to get access to this panel right here, but you need to drop the thing here. So which is over there, but watch out for these enemies over there. They keep respawning. And like I said, in the higher difficulty, they are deadly. They will kill you. They will one-shot you, especially on master difficulty. Depends on what modifiers that you put. Now, I did get rid of the Solstice thing, but this one is here. But we're not going to use it. Don't worry about it. So then we're going to drop the module right here. And then it's going to open the platform for us. And we're going to go in there and access this Vex thing. All right. Now that we got all 3 symbols, so we are going to take our symbols back. So we're going to retrieve it so that way we have it on us, because we're going to need it upstairs. All right. So we're going to go back upstairs. Just make your way this way. Just keep it with you. Don't drop it. And we're going to go back upstairs. Now, once we go back upstairs, as you can see, if you're looking at the room right there, back there is blocked, and you want to open this door right here, like I said in the beginning. So you're just going to drop it right here, and you are going to see this door is now open. Now, once this door is open, so you are going to go in there. So let's going to go in there. This is kind of a... this right here is kind of Escape from Alcatraz. That's the Bungie's Alcatraz right here. So we are going to go in there. There's not going to be any enemy right now until we pick up the Vex thing or that symbol thing. You'll see. this right here, it's one area where often I die there because I can't make it in time and the things are following me. But I am going to do my best here. And then if we do it, we do it. If we don't, I'm just going to try a different option. And then once I do it, I'll do an edit. And that way you know how it works out. So what I'm going to do here, once you pick up this thing, it's running for your life. There is going to be a wall that is following you and it's going to try to kill you. The enemies are going to try to kill you. So it is insane. So you do whatever mean that you can do to actually get a heads up. That way you can complete it. Watch out for this thing right here. This thing's always get me. Then that's slow down your progress. I'm trying to do this as fast as possible so I can make it, because if I get hit by this wall that is following me, then I will die and I won't make it. So luckily we make it because it is lower difficulty, and so it's not. But in the higher difficulty, yeah, it's a pain in the ass. So you just got to be ready for it. So now we have to kill those enemies here because they are annoying. You don't have to kill them if you don't want to. Now, we have a connection and that we need to drop somewhere, right? So we need to open this wall right here so we can continue on with the mission. As you can see, there's an indicator that tells you that you need to drop it. So we're going to install it, and then you're going to see it creates a platform. Those enemies are going to keep respawning, so just remember that. You can ignore them. But now we need another one so we can take with us. That way we can open the other section. So we're going to go and pick this one up, and then we're going to make our way here. You start seeing the grassy area. There's going to be some enemy here. In the higher difficulty, there are going to be one champion, an overload champion here. You don't have to kill those enemies if you don't want to. You can just pass them if you don't want to, because that's not going to stop anything, because your goal is that enemy right here. In the higher difficulty is going to be a champion, an overload champion. But what you're trying to do is to come here and then just drop this thing and open the wall. And that gives you the first completion of this encounter. And you're going to get some loot right here. Like I said, the enemies are still trying to kill you. So we're going to go proceed to the next area. So you got your loot, and then you're going to go. So I am going to use my jumping setup. So I see some people go different ways. So the way that I always go here is just follow the simple way. But I've seen different ways that people do it. They go a different way. I don't know. So I'm going to go this way. So I'm showing you. And then we are going to go over there. Now, like I said, some people are trying to make it on that wall over there because that's where you need to go. But I'm just doing it the normal way just to show you. All right, here I always jump on top of those things because they might hit you and push you and kill you, yeah. And then we're going to get into this thing right here. All right, and on this one, just make sure you don't fall. And then here we're going to go here, and it's going to take us up. Now, once you get here again, there's going to be a Vex Minotaur here, and they are deadly in here. So what you can do in here, you can just try to kill the Minotaur and then continue on with the mission, or you can kill all the enemies and continue on with the mission. Whichever way you decide to do it is fine. So the Minotaur tend to disappear and all that stuff. So just deal with the Minotaur. They are fighting each other here. You can just wait for them to kill each other or whatnot, or you can just kill them yourself. I'm just trying to see where I can find a Minotaur. Now, there are those annoying enemies over there that can snipe you. I haven't seen the big Minotaur yet, so once I see him, I'm going to try to kill him as fast as possible because he's the one holding the key for us to move forward. But in the meantime, try not to die here. Oh, but there is the Minotaur that we need. He's gonna be running all over the place. Sometime he will come next to you, other time he's all the way up there. Alright, that's good. So kill him up there, that's a good thing. Because that's where we wanna go. Grabbing some ammo. So this is the same partition that we see in the beginning with the other Minotaur. So we're going to pick this up. And then we're going to drop it here. So again, like I said, it's a matter of picking up and dropping. And now we got access to the next area. You're going to go up. Now, this area right here, once you get here, there is going to be a barrier champion or whatnot going to be here. That goblin in the higher difficulty is a champion. So we're going to get rid of him. And then as you look here, there are some enemies in here. So now in gaming, whenever you see enemies coming from somewhere, it's normally a secret or somewhere. So we have this door right here that we have to go through. As you can see, we need to go to this area right here, but it is blocked. So what we're going to do is, as you can see, we cannot go in there. We cannot interact with it. This, you can see this is a different color than the one that we were using before. But as you can see, it's showing us we need to put something in there. So go in this room right here. And then just retrieve this one. You can see it says the access on your screen, and then we're going to put it here. And once you put it here, it's going to open this door right here, or this portal. So in this portal right here, when you come here, there's going to be one of those stupid Hydra thingy, this thing right here. And there is going to be a champion in here, a barrier champion in the master difficulty, and you got to deal with. And that's this guy right here is a champion in the higher difficulty. So we get rid of these enemies because they can essentially kill you. So I can teach you the puzzle here. So what you're trying to do here, you're trying to go into this portal. But as you can see, it requires access. And we don't have the access. Now, there is an access here. So if you pick this one up, and you go in here, then it's not going to work. So what you need to do, you need to open this portal on the side. This is a traveling portal for you to go get another access. So we're going to get an access that is here that we used before. So that's the first one that we used. So we put it here. So now we're going to take it back. And then we're going to go in there. And now those enemies will kill you, especially if you have stupid modifier that says flying enemies do more damage in your modifiers. So you got to make sure you get rid of those things. Those are some of the most annoying Vex thing in this thing. Okay, now your goal is to open this portal. So we are going to open this portal, but before we go in there, we need one of those green or gold one to go in there because we're going to use it in there. Alright, so then when you look here, so we need to make our way over there. So there's no wall, so we're going to install this. Alright, now there's another portal, as you can see, but we cannot go through it. So what we need to do, we need to go out there, and we need to take one that is not being needed, or that is not needed. So this one right here, we don't need to go to this portal anymore, so we can eliminate this portal, and we're going to use that access. Again, in the higher difficulty, enemies are hard here. They're going to try to kill you. So then we're going to use this and that gives us access to this portal. And that's going to be your first boss fight. And this boss fight right here is a series of 2 different enemies that you have to contend with. There's a tormentor and one of those other guy. Yeah, you'll see. So make sure you get the right weapon. If you are doing this in the high difficulty, the tormentor is going to be your biggest problem. And something that you can use for the tormentor is this weapon right here. If you have it, the tractor cannon, because it can suppress the tormentor and allow you to do damage to him. So in the lower difficulty, it is not a problem. So I'm not going to use that. I should be able to deal with the tormentor very easily. So once we go in, we are going to see this guy right here, and we are going to try to do damage to him so he can go away, and then we can get the access that we need. All right. So we took a quarter of his thing. He's dropped this access, and we're going to use that access to open this portal. And once we open this portal, we are going to deal with this guy right here. So the tormentor, you need to break the shoulder, and then once you break the shoulder, and you will be able to stun him and open his chest, and now you can do damage to him. So now he dropped the access that we need. Again, just think of this: when you are in the high difficulty, this is going to be harder. It's easy right now in the tutorial because I put it on the lower difficulty. So we're going to open this door or portal. And then now we are going to fight the first guy. And here we're just going to take his health. Yeah, he's hiding. Just do it however you can. The goal is to just do enough damage so he can drop that access for you to move on to the next area. Alright, so he dropped it, and we are going to try to ignore these enemies if we can. Pick up loot if we can. And next we are going to deal with the tormentor again. In this area right here in the master difficulty, it is a pain in the butt. So we're trying to kill this guy as fast, or do damage to him as fast as possible before he gets to us, because he will kill you. In the higher difficulty, it's a pain in the ass. Like I said, use whatever you can in the high difficulty to get this guy. I say those enemies don't matter, so as long as you get your access, you can move on. So this is the final stage. What we're gonna do here, trying to kill that guy, since he's a pain in the ass. He will not stop following you, and the other guy will not stop shooting at you. You are in a whole lot of trouble. So I'm trying to get this guy. I want to use my super to do it, but I was leaving my super for the other guy. Oh, he can kill me. And he took my super away, so... Well, you know, they're gonna kill me. Yeah. So, I messed up here. That shouldn't have happened, but it happened. In the high difficulty, you have to restart. But in the lower difficulty, you just have to continue going. Where did that tormentor go? Oh, he's still up there. So, yeah, I messed up. I should have used my super on him. But like I said, I didn't promise a clean run. Mistakes were made. So now let's kill this other guy. Ah, I ran out of ammo. That guy and his minion making the tutorial taking more time than it should. Alright, now we kill that guy. That's the end of this. So that's another encounter. So you have two portals. There's a portal here, and there's going to be another portal here that's going to open. Then that's where you get your loot. And so whatever you get here, so now we're going to keep going. Alright, so now we keep going to this portal, and we're going to go in here. Now, in this area right here, you have to deal with the Hydra here. And then you have that guy down there. If you don't get rid of him, they will blast you. So we are going to try to skip those enemies. That will save you some time. Because my first time, I tried to fight these guys and spent a lot of time here. But here, you're going to have this guy here that all these guys are going to try to kill you. Now, you can skip all this thing right here if you can. If you don't let them kill you. So you can skip all this thing right here because I've seen people skip them. I never skip them. I try to deal with the enemy. And but that wastes a lot of time. If you don't have to kill them, just don't kill them. Just go and continue the mission. Your goal is to make it to that next portal, but in the higher difficulty, you just got to make sure that you take care of all these enemies, otherwise they might shoot you in the back. If you're a hunter, you can go invisible and then go to the portal, but if you're not a hunter, you don't have invisibility, then it will be more trouble if you keep dying. Then you waste more time. So it's easier to deal with the enemies and then just continue on. So the goal is to get to the portal so you can get to the final stage. Alright. Now once you get here, you can see that there is a chest, but you have to interact with this thing right here, so you can listen to the dialogue between Maya, Sundaresh, and whatever, and so you can continue. You cannot go on until the dialogue is finished. So now somebody showed me a little thing right here that there's a place right here that you can hide while you are listening to the dialogue.
Debated names for weeks.
I don't know why. That is a secret. I don't know.
Fine in the lab.
But the thing is,
The collapse.
you just got to wait for the conversation to be over, and so you can continue on.
Acceptable bonds. Degassing. Excellent.
Osiris, I read your reports from Neptune. That was Gioma Essie. What did Maya do?
She's searching for something. Using Chioma as a baseline to find our golden age among the simulations.
This is horrific.
I'm afraid this is just the beginning.
All right. And once you see it says new objective, then you are free to go, and it opens the door for you for the final boss. Now, this right here, this boss fight, the mechanic can be complicated. It also can be simple. So it is pretty much everything that you learn from the other encounters. It's just a matter of those symbols. So they are going to give you access to platforms and places like that. So the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to place our rally. But you just got to do it by yourself to understand it. So there are going to be those minotaurs that you have to kill so they can drop the access that you need. And once they drop it, then that's what you need. So it is pretty much repeating everything that you have been doing from the beginning. But enemy is going to be all over the place trying to kill you. So that minotaur moving all over the place, so you never know where he's going to die. But you have to pick up whatever he drops so you can just continue on with the mission. So we're going to pick up the connection. And then we are going to make sure that we kill those, because they are going to be the problem for you in the high, especially in the higher difficulty. So trying to get rid of the those things right here. And the enemies, yeah, you can tank them if you want, but in the high difficulty you can't. They'll kill you. So we're gonna install this. Remember, it's almost like the first part where you have to interact with those things. So we're gonna tamper with this thing, and then what this is going to do, this is going to open up the boss. You can see the boss is over there. You put him somewhere, but we got to deal with this minotaur again because we need the access thing from the minotaurs. Okay, that guy died. All right, now look at what it says on your screen. It says analyze the coal mine's shield. So if you look on the sides, you can see there are some platform here. So you're trying to go to closer where the boss is. The boss is over there. So our goal is to make it over there. So we're going to continue on the right side. So we're going to pick up what the Minotaur just dropped here. And then we're going to put it right here. And it's going to create a platform for us. And watch out for those things right here. Those things will kill you in the higher difficulty. And then what you're going to do next, as you can see, look on your screen. It says analyze the coal mine shield. So you're going to come and open this platform right here. Just on this platform right here, you're just going to stand until you get to 100%. Vex Tangi. So you know how the Vex operate. They want you to stand on platform, and so they can attack you. Yeah. So while you are standing on the platform, you are defending yourself because they are trying to kill you. All right. Now, once it gets to 100%, then just clear the enemies. That way they don't shoot you in the back, and then they don't mess up your DPS phase. So now the next thing that you are going to do, you look at the boss right here. There is this triangle Vex thingy that's in there. Then you got to shoot this to open the boss's shield. And so that's what we are going to do. So once you open this up, then it's time for damage. All right, now we're going to do damage, and the boss is going to move in the center somewhere. And then you're going to continue to do damage. You're going to just try to take the first bar off. Now, I can use my super to do some big damage, but a lot of time you're just going to enrage the boss, and then it's probably going to make it a lot difficult for you. So I'd rather do it the normal way, this way, and then we go through the process that way. All right, so now we get him into, whenever you get him to half, you're going to have those walls open. Those walls that are open, so that makes the arena a lot smaller for you. So you got to remember that. And so we can two-phase him if you want. You can one-phase him if you want, or whatever, if you get the damage to do that. But now we just got to make our way to wherever. So this guy keep running, and I have to deal with those things right here. And yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Alright, yeah, we killed him. Alright, so now whenever you see those bluish thing, that means you have to open a portal somewhere. So we're trying to go on the other side, and this guy is trying to shoot at us. Where did he go? He disappeared again. Alright, trying to control the ads and the big dudes. Oh, he's right here. Alright, good deal. So now we're going to pick this thing up, because we're trying to make our way over there so we can interact with that thing. And the boss, you got to look around the arena and you see where the boss is, but you won't see the boss until you tamper with that thing. So we are going to go through this portal right here. Uninstall this, open the portal, and it's going to put us over here. And there's big cabal. You can ignore this guy if you want, and if you can tank the damage, but you need to make sure that you deal with those people as much as possible. Otherwise, like I said, in the higher difficulty, it's a different story. They will kill you. So anyway, our goal is to tamper with that Vex thingy over there. And we're going to have this. I hate those things. Alright, so we're going to tamper with this thing. And then it's going to do the same thing that it do. It's going to bring the boss. The boss is over there. So that means we got to make our way on that side. Alright. So in order for us to make our way on that side, we need to go and open this portal. So now remember, there was a Vex that dropped another one of those things. So we are going to get it. And there is another one. Alright, forget this guy. Oh, he's right here. And we are going to go to the portal so we can just open the other portal. Right on top of that thing, is ready for me, or is ready to kill me. All right. Now, once we get this, once we get one of this partition, you just got to make sure that we put it in the right location. That way, we can get the platform that we need to actually go and fight this boss. So we can see it is over there where we have to go and do that platform thingy. And we're going to enter this platform right here. And we're going to do the same thing that we did for the first phase. The goal is to get those things and put them in the right place, and then just repeat the process until you kill the boss. So now we are at 100%. Make sure we get rid of the enemy, and our new objective is to break the shield from the boss. So we are trying to thin out the enemies. All right. Now we're going to put them in the final stage. So he's going to move to the middle, and this is where we're going to go. And then this is going to be the final stand for the boss. So as you can see, he's already got the triangle thing ready for you to shoot. And then you can finish him up right here with either your weapons or your abilities, super or whatnot. And then this is how you complete the mission. Now again, like I said in the beginning, depending on your grade, and that's how you would get the exotic. So let's see what we got here. So we got a C grade. And yeah, so if you had A grade, then you should have the exotic.
And using radiolaria to search the Vex simulation network. Our golden age in her understanding must exist.
So anyway, this is it. Hopefully this helps you out and so you can get the exotic. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.